Okay, so Casual Friday here at the Kitty Meow HQ. I'm actually wearing some new joggers that Renee got for me. She's a crazy wackadoodle. But I get asked all the time, like, how do you keep track of inventory? What's your process? And I want to talk to you all about that today. And if you have any questions while I'm going along, please just leave them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them. So first things first, I will be in Dallas next month speaking at the Boss Vision Conference. Renee and I are giving away 2 free tickets to attend. You can head on over to the Dreams to Plans podcast profile to enter, so to speak, and then whoever gets chosen, we're going to take you out for cocktails on Saturday night. So it'll be tons of fun. Okay, so back to the inventory. I want to, oh yes. If you're not on my email list, I every Friday send out educational emails, and today, well, not even today, but recently my emails have been about money mindset, and that's why I want to talk to you today about inventory, because money mindset is like literally has to do with everything. It's not just the way that you think and feel about money, it's the way that you respect your money and respect your inventory. Like if you're a product-based business, or even if you're a service-based business, or even if you don't fucking have a business at all, if you don't respect your money, if you don't respect like the good things that you have in your life, then you are never going to get more. You're never going to get that next level that you want in your life, because the universe knows that you don't, that you're not ready for it, because you're not gracious and grateful for the things that you have in your life. So if you're running a product-based business, like being a good steward of your inventory, of your money, is so freaking huge. Like you cannot expect to get more orders if you do not have your shit organized, decluttered, all of the things. Because like, how are you going to be ready for those big orders, those tons of orders coming in, when everything in your life is a freaking dumpster fire, right? And I struggled with that for so long. I'm like, I have all these products, I want all the orders, but to be honest, like my inventory was a total nightmare. Like I didn't like keep track of my profit and loss, let alone like knowing how many products I had of each item. And not only that, but they were like very disorganized. So I literally just had like boxes of cards all over the place, like falling out of my closet. Like there was no system in place. And as much as I like in my mind thought that I was ready for more orders and more money to come into my business, like I wasn't, because I wasn't treating what I did have with respect. I wasn't treating my inventory, my money with respect. So you want more orders, you want more business, like getting your life organized as far as your business and your inventory is number one. So I also want to preface this that like there's more than one way to skin a cat. And the way I organize my inventory might be totally different than the way like someone else who has a bigger business, a smaller business, like organizes their inventory. And it's not about like there being one right way. There's multiple right ways, right? It's all about finding a way that works for you in whatever stage of like your business is. And you'll know that at some point it's not going to work for you anymore. And when you get to that point where you're like, this is too hard, this isn't working, like I need more support, I need something else, then you go find that next way. But this is the way that works for me, and if it can help you, great. If you can teach me a couple things about ways that I can be better, I'm totally open to that as well. So this is like all my inventory behind me. I'm in the Kitty Meow HQ right now, and mind you, a couple months ago I was working out of my home, and I literally had all of these same products in my home, in my spare bedroom, in a walk-in closet that was, I had California Closets come in and give me like all these little baby shelves, and it was literally taking over my house. But I crammed a lot of shit into a small, tiny bedroom. So if you feel like you cannot get your inventory organized until you get to the point in your business where, you know, you can have a bigger facility, then I'm telling you that is BS and that's wrong. Like you can get yourself organized, you can get crafty and creative with a teeny tiny small space. You just need to have like the willingness to do so. So I keep track of all my inventory via QuickBooks Inventory, and there's a lot of other programs that you can do that with. You can do it with Trunk, you can do it with Zoho. The reason that I use QuickBooks Inventory is because my bookkeepers are very familiar with it. My bookkeepers keep track of all of the things as far as money going in and out of my business, and that just works for me, right? And it was easy for me to set up. Like, I didn't need to go and learn a totally different platform, because as you know, like, when you introduce a new platform into your life, it takes up a lot of freaking like mental headspace, and it takes up a lot of time, and it can take up a lot of money, because time is money. So do whatever works for you. And the main reason that I keep track of stuff in QuickBooks is because really just for the profit and the loss, and knowing like how much money I'm actually making. I'll be honest, I don't always go into QuickBooks to see like how much inventory I have of one particular item. I will literally walk over to the shelf and see how much inventory I have of one item, because honestly, it's not always in real time. And the only reason, like, I'm always here, so the only reason that I would need to know specifically what the inventory is if I'm at like a trade show and I'm like, oh my gosh, someone just ordered this huge amount of cards. Do I have that in stock, or should I order it now even though I'm out of town? Now I have a team, so I can ask my team like, hey, do we have this card in stock, or what's the quantity on this one? And they can look at it for me, because usually there's someone always here. But it's like good to have a system in place that you know that is organized. You're not like, oh, is this shelf on this card? Is this shelf on that card? Having an organized system, whatever that looks like for you, is so essential. So for me, I have witty cards, which come in a black envelope, and then I have sweet cards, which come in the blush envelope. So all of the witty cards are over here on this side, and then we got some holiday cards down there, and then we're looking at all the sweet cards over here. And I have 2 designs per box. I'll just bring over one of these boxes. So literally, these are just boxes from IKEA. It's like nothing fancy, and then I take a smaller version of the card and I print it on the front. Honestly, I'm at the point where I order in like a larger quantity, so having 2 designs on each box, like, it gets to be a lot, and then I have to like have all this back stock behind the actual boxes of cards. But like, it's okay. I couldn't imagine having 250 of these individual boxes all over the place. Like, I just don't have room for that. So make it work to the best of my ability. So you can see these stickers over here. They're not on all the boxes. I just have stickers for, these are cards that I have even more back stock, like, in my back room. So I made the jump a couple months ago to order from Stationery HQ. They're not the person that I normally order from, but I met Erin at a conference, and I freaking love her so much. And I was like, okay, I need to find a way to work with Erin, because I just believe in everything about Stationery HQ and the way that they empower women and their excellent customer service. But I also need to make the margins work for me as far as being profitable in my business. So these stickers mean that these are the cards that I have in the back that I ordered I ordered 3,000 of these particular designs. So I took my best sellers, and then I ordered 3,000 of those best sellers. So I think I only took about 6 of them. I did about 3 witty, 3 sweet, and then I have the back stock in the back. So in the back, like, they're all organized in other boxes, and then they're all color coded by this sticker. So if I'm like running low on this pack, I know that, okay, if I go in the back, there's gonna be a shit ton more back there. And I spent a lot of money up front, but now I have a much larger profit margin when it comes to these particular cards that I ordered more of. And before the end of the year, I want to try to take some of my other bestsellers and see if I can order more of those. So obviously I can't like go out and order 3,000 of every single card that I have in stock, right? I mean, even if I had the money, I would need a much bigger space and have to get rid of like a lot more blush couches and pink chairs to make room for it all. But like, slowly but surely, I want to build up my inventory, and if I can save money by paying a lot more up front, then I'm at the point in my business where that's just like smart to do. Okay, so let's see what we have here. For the most part, I have my team. They package these cards like in advance. So when you buy wholesale, you buy like quantities of 6s. So I like to have them like ready to go. Their envelope, their sleeve, their belly band. Honestly, when it comes to sleeving, I don't have my team do it. I have my parents do them, and they do it for free, and they're really great. So again, find something that works for you and do whatever you can to save in your business. So like every Friday, I will take a box of whether it's blush cards or whether it's black cards, and I will literally take a huge jug of them over to, or a container over them to my parents, and they're pretty quick. They sleeve them, they do them together. My dad is visually impaired and he's retired, so it's honestly just a good way for him to keep busy, and he feels like he's helping me, so win-win. And I appreciate the help because it's free. So every time I get in or I order more inventory, I wait for the expense to hit QuickBooks, and then I update the inventory via QuickBooks. And then anytime an order goes out, it also funnels through QuickBooks. So if I get an order off Fair, if I get an order off Hello Abound, if I get an order off Etsy, if I get an order off my website, if I get an order like from my local retail shop, then all of that like funnels through QuickBooks, and that's how QuickBooks says like how much I sold, when inventory is low, all of that jazz. So not saying it's like a system where it's where it's like not manually done. A lot of it is manually done, but in my mind, I feel like I'm keeping my inventory top of mind, and I always know what's going on with what I need to order because I'm always like entering in stuff. So while that's time consuming, and I can even like pass that off to someone else, but I like knowing what is going on with my money, what's going on with my products. Okay, so I'm gonna take you over to pencils and notebooks. I'm picking up my ring light, so just stay with me over here. Okay. So this area over here is where I have my pencils. So they're all organized by the different sets that I have. So they come individually, just like pencils in a box. And then my team actually puts them together with all of the score the notebooks and, put them in the correct color order and then put them in their sleeves. Maggie's on. I think she's on right now, but poor Maggie does this a lot, but she's amazing. And I used to be up all night doing freaking pencils or sleeving cards, and it has been the biggest game changer in my life and my business to have people on my team to do this for me. Literally, this is the stupidest thing, but on Sunday when my husband was out of town, I cleaned my house. And again, that sounds so dumb, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the freedom in my life to now spend a day on the weekend cleaning my house instead of having to fulfill orders all day long, because that's literally all I was doing. When I would wake up early in the morning, I'd be staying up late at night. On the weekends, not saying oh, I'm this whole changed new person and I spend all this time with my children, that's quality time, but I was spending most of my life just packaging up orders, packaging up pencils, banding notebooks, sleeving cards, because I had such a problem delegating, right? And if you want to grow your business, you need to be okay with either getting free help, whether it's childcare or wherever you can accept the free help, and then paid help, right? Because oh my gosh, I just did a team dinner with my business, or I did a team dinner last night with the girls on my team. The 6 of us went out to dinner. It was just really fun, and it was kind of a surreal moment for me, as cheesy as that sounds. I was just holy shit, we're having dinner and I'm the boss. I've never felt that way in my entire life. I've never and I don't feel oh, I'm up here and they're down here. We're a team and we are in this together. And I told them how grateful I was that literally every single day that they come in, even though it's just a part-time job, they are helping me build my dream, and that means more to me than I could ever put into words. And it's not about it being the cat show, the kitty meow show. anything I can do to empower them to live their best freaking life, like whatever that means for them, I want to be that person for them, because I truly believe that no one should go into work every day hating their freaking lives. Because I used to hate my life going into a job that like was so soul sucking, and it totally sucks. Okay. So we have like all the notepads over here. My daughter organized them the other day. They're not like the most perfect, piles, but she really had a lot of time. She really had a lot of fun doing it. And sometimes she does the belly bands and they look all like cockadoodle, but again, she's so cute. She gets paid $5 an hour and she's like super grateful. No, not $5 an hour, $1 an hour, and she's super grateful for that $1. And she probably only works for about 5 minutes because then she gets bored and is off to doing something else. She's only 5, but she loves helping, and I love, being not that crazy person because normally I'd be like, no, you're doing that wrong, but I just love that she wants to help. And if I could encourage her and nurture her in that way, it's a win-win for everyone, because the older she gets, the more free labor I get. Okay, so all of like irregular notepads. So I get so many freaking notepads that are like totally not even worth or good enough to sell from the printing company that I use. Sometimes they print super awesome, sometimes they print real shitty, but they still let me keep the real shitty ones, and they're not even really that shitty, they're just not up to my Kitty Meow standards. And then I have all of those up there, and then I sell them as irregulars for a much discounted price. So normally it's just like a streak in the printing or like a bent corner, and they're still like good. They need to find a home, but I just sell them at a discounted price. So if you want to get those at a discounted price, you can get them on the sale tab of the Kitty Meow website. And then we have more notebooks, which are actually getting kind of low, and I'm really holding off on purchasing more inventory, because that's another thing with inventory. If you want to be profitable, you need to get the best price, and I can't just order, like 10 notebooks and get the best price. I literally need to order thousands of them, and I'm just like, I don't want to spend that money right now. But sometimes you just need to say, come back to me and multiply, and know that you're gonna sell that shit and get the best price possible. So spending the money to invest in your inventory is so scary. Believe me, I totally get it. I'm there every single day. But sometimes you just need to do what you need to do to be profitable. Otherwise, you're in this like never-ending vicious cycle of selling products, but then needing to buy more products, and then putting more money into products and putting more money into products. At some point, you need to be confident enough in what you're doing to say, yes, this is an investment in me. This is an investment in my business. People are going to buy this stuff because it is freaking amazing. And then over here, we have some cocktail napkins. These are just like the holiday ones, so Christmas, Halloween, and another Christmas one. And then I have more cocktail napkins over here, and then I have another shipment coming from overseas as we speak. So yeah, there is a lot of crap, and that's not even including like the enamel pins that are over there, and the coasters, and the actual finished pencil sets. But whatever you can do to like organize your stuff, give it a home, give it respect, show that you care about it, you are going to feel so better off. Like that weight of your shoulders of like, oh my gosh, I can have a clear headspace because my products are in a place where I know that they're organized, it's not a total dumpster fire. The better off you will be, the more productive you will be, and the more money that you will be like introducing into your life by manifesting, because the universe is going to know that you're ready to sell more stuff because you have your life in order. So I hope that was helpful. Please reach out with any questions. I will post the replay of this on the Kitty Meow blog. Yeah, have a great weekend. Bye, friends.